Congressman Pat Fallon, Republican from Texas, joins me now. Congressman, Israeli tanks now in central Rafah. Is Biden allowing Netanyahu to finish off Hamas?
Well, I think Netanyahu is going to finish off Hamas regardless of what Biden wants, quite frankly, Stuart. I mean, think about this. If the United States had been attacked, and we're about 35 times the population of Israel, and 40,000 Americans were deliberately killed by terrorists, an additional 7,000 being held hostage, we would go to war. And we would eradicate, or at least attempt to eradicate, the folks that were responsible. And that's exactly what Israel's doing. They have a right to exist. They have a right to defend themselves. And I think Joe Biden's two-state solution is Pennsylvania and Michigan, quite frankly, Stuart.
Has Biden lost his party over Israel?
There's definitely a huge divide. You see it in the polling that about half the Democrats support Israel and half really want a ceasefire and are sympathetic to Hamas. It's remarkable that we're actually saying that, but clearly the Republicans are now the party of, that Israel can rely on.
There's no dissent within the Republican Party about finishing off Hamas. No dissent about withdrawing from Rafah. You're gung-ho to win. Is that accurate throughout the party?
I think so. Yeah, any serious member of the Republican Party. And you know what? The Israelis can discuss a ceasefire when they have their hostages back. They don't even have that. And Gaza, this all lays at the feet of Hamas, because they're the ones that are hiding behind civilians. They're the ones that make sure that they have ammo dumps in neighborhoods. They're the ones that started this war. And unfortunately, in every war, there are innocent civilian casualties. I mean, Normandy's coming up, the 80th anniversary. We bombed Normandy, that peninsula, and killed 19,000 French civilians during that campaign. You know what? That was not the United States' fault. That was Hitler's fault for starting it in the first place.
Well, we just had a report that maybe military operations in and around Rafah will go on for another 7 months. Would your support be maintained for 7 months?
As long as it takes for, Hamas is an evil terrorist organization bent on the destruction of Israel. So they're not a party that you can seriously negotiate with over the long term. Those 7 months, if it does last that long, it's really going to, I think, harm the campaign of Joe Biden, because Americans think that pretty much by a wide margin that President Trump would handle that situation far more effectively than Joe Biden.
Got it. Congressman Pat Fallon, Republican from the great state of Texas. Thanks for joining us, sir. We appreciate it. See you again soon, sir.
Thanks, Stuart.